Previously on the Lone Star Challenge.
Jumped really fast from like the worst team in Australia to like the best team in Australia.
Getting support from my parents was kind of difficult, but once I showed them the contract, it put them at ease.
Communication issues, they're so frustrating, and I'm always thinking about ways to actually make it easier for them.
Hi Gypsy, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
So what are you doing these days?
I just make pork belly.
Pork belly?
Yeah.
Oh, you like cooking?
Yeah.
Hey, chicken's here!
Got my chicken?
Got your chicken, dog.
I guess like the initial rivalry was because they were the other Texas team. So that's how like the rivalry started.
Today we are here to find out who truly is the best team in Texas. This is the Lone Star Showdown.
We actually get 3 of the 4 first map picks. They get to have the 4th one, but that's fine. We'll give them 1. We don't want to completely stomp on them.
Coming into the match, it'll be really motivating to be able to win on Dallas's map picks and make them feel even worse about the loss. So Dallas, we're coming for you.
Up until this point, I don't know that we could have asked for a better setup for the Lone Star Challenge. I mean, the Outlaws could have probably asked for a better one, but every single one of these challenges has been so close. You know, you've seen that between the two of them that these players are pretty evenly matched. Both have the determination, the will, and the need, but Dallas has just been able to barely scrape by the Outlaws, and going into it, being able to choose 3 of the first 4 maps is going to be a huge boon to them. There's a vast difference between what goes on in a 1v1 challenge or even a 3v3 challenge compared to the full-on, team versus team 6v6. Now you have to take all those mechanical skills that were showcased in the challenges during week 1 and 2 and find a way to bring them together. Dallas going into this map, I think, is sitting pretty. They've won 3 of the 4 challenges, which means that they get to pick the first 3 maps, essentially giving them home field advantage. Well, I do think that benefits them. They also have to be careful because if they get too far ahead of themselves or they underestimate the Houston Outlaws, the Outlaws will absolutely capitalize on that and snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat. In esports, bragging rights is everything. Especially when you look at the history between these two teams. I think this means everything to both of these teams, and it's going to cement who's in charge of Texas, who truly runs the Lone Star State for the next year.
Over the course of 1 month, 2 squads have been facing off head-to-head to determine which team runs Texas. Their discipline? Esports, a video game called Overwatch. The Dallas Fuel and the Houston Outlaws are the Lone Star State's top dogs, but only one can be crowned champion. Finally, after a month of competitions, a victor will be decided. That being said, the history of this rivalry runs much deeper than simply a few weeks. Since the origins of the Overwatch League, the Outlaws and the Fuel have been feuding. Today, these rosters are made up of friends, former teammates, and now bitter rivals.
Honestly, we're just gonna utterly destroy them, if I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna get that trophy.
With all previous meetings building to this moment, the upcoming 6-on-6 final showdown will determine who wins the title, who takes home the trophy, and who earns the bragging rights. Welcome to the Battle for Texas. This is the 2020 Lone Star Challenge. With each team required to play a league match within 48 hours prior to the Lone Star Challenge final, both the Dallas Fuel and the Houston Outlaws must juggle the demands of simultaneously preparing for both outings.
I can protect the... What's happening? You shooting the stick here? We can push stick here. Bring one bottom right.
Yeah, break the week.
We have another match coming up on Monday. It's actually going to be in a meta we haven't played yet. There's no hero pool, so we're going to have to rely on previous experience, I think. We can run, slow comp, rush comp. We have all these things we can rely on, so we'll just go in ready to try things that we're good at, and we'll go home and take the match. Yeah?
So when they walk up like that, guys, remember, as soon as we see that, that's our trigger. We rotate our back line. Feeling pretty good going into the Houston game. Pretty confident with it. We have an Overwatch League match and the Lone Star Showdown, so it's interesting. We're prepping for both and practicing for both. Feel pretty good with our progress, so pretty excited. And I can't wait for our match, honestly. Our guys look really good right now. So.
We'll probably roll out with some double flex support comps on long maps like Junkertown, Rialto, but then we can go to like Rush on like Kings Row. A lot of these maps we haven't practiced in a while, but I think we know what's kind of good on you know, each style of map. So we'll just have to rely on like past experience and past metas to kind of dictate what we play.
We've been working really hard for it. I think we're pretty confident. We're comfortable with what we're doing right now. I think just like in the 3v3s and the other sort of games we're doing, I think we're going to demolish them. It's Houston after all, so I think we got this one in the bag and I think we're going to stomp them.
Rotating. I can push out. I'm ulting on right here on the second zone and all.
You have to push,
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna beat them.
I hope you guys are ready to beat Dallas. We didn't take on the 1v1s or the 3v3s, but I think we definitely are going to take this one home. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys are fired up too.
120 Hz refresh rate, quad-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, lag-free 5G, and a battery that won't quit, just like you. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G, the ultimate gaming trophy.
Not being able to see the players, it's just not the same because you don't feel the same energy in the air. And I feel like my motivation comes from the players' passion. Favor. It's treats free. I just ordered some treats for Wendy, and I thought it might be a good idea to order some toys for our new family members that appeal our babies, Bada and Annie.
What is it? She's super smart. She can already sit and shake for the most part.
I can't catch him.
My daily life, I feel, looks like I come to work, I go to the coach meeting, I translate for the coaches who don't understand English, and then I relay the message back to the head coach and the non-Korean speaking coaches as well. I sit in a scrim and make sure that the Korean players know what they're saying, and if they don't understand something, I write that down and then relay that message back to them after the scrims, and make sure that they learn how to say certain words that they don't know how to say.
Make sure you're very confident.
자신감 있게 올라가세요.
Make sure you're very focused.
집중. The biggest challenge is when we have to say something, potentially like give the players a harsh feedback. I feel like my heart is breaking whenever I have to do that. Part of my job is being completely transparent so that the message gets across and delivered perfectly fine. So I've been trying to avoid those emotions getting mixed up with my work. I'm always thinking about ways to improve their communication and how it would be more fun for them to spend time with each other. And I feel like with the quarantine it's been really rough, but I'm always thinking about that, and I feel like once the quarantine is over, I have a lot of new ideas to bring to the table, and that we will have more time to spend with each other, so it can only get better from here. Pets need love, but I feel like I was about to say she's actually a rescue, and dogs don't get rescued. I feel like they rescue other people.
Ah, there we are.
Hello?
Trilla, can you see me?
Hi, my name is Mike McCrory, and I am the Director of Mental Skills for the Dallas Fuel. Someone who works in mental skills is someone who serves as a resource for players and individuals to help them build a proactive skill set. I went to TCU and I was a walk-on onto the football team, and I was playing offensive line there, and I was looking for what sounded like an interesting career. At TCU, they have an undergrad program for sports psychology. To be honest, I never truly expected to find myself in esports. As I was finishing my master's degree, the Dallas Mavericks opened up a position for a mental skills coach. I ended up working at the Mavs for about 2 years, and how that really got me involved was with esports was that a huge portion of the job's responsibilities was working with the Dallas Mavericks newly acquired NBA 2K team, Mavs Gaming.
Yeah, like that, get the Irishness.
Super Irish.
There it is, man. I feel like a lucky charm right now.
Astra was looking for someone to sort of fulfill this role, and he kind of found me and got in touch with me. Do you know video games? And I was like, I play them all the time, you know? So when he offered me the opportunity to come over to MV and Fuel, I really didn't hesitate, to be honest. There's something missing from esports that exists in traditional sports. Baseball, for example, you're going to likely play on youth league teams, you know, T-ball, coach pitch, Colt League, and it continues to progress through high school and college, and esports bypasses this entire development process and just almost places you at the professional level. There's some very high pressure, stressful moments in the game. Having the skills to rely on in those moments can certainly benefit one when they find themselves in these high pressure situations.
So a lot of struggles with being professional, especially in a game like Overwatch, is there's a lot of like problem solving and a lot of like walls that you run into where it's just like you kind of get frustrated, things aren't working out well, and you need to like find a way around it. You need to do that as a team, you can't do it by yourself.
I've always been interested in listening to people and helping people. Before I was a sports psychology major, I was actually a math education major. I wanted to be a math teacher and coach high school football. So there was always this part of me that wanted to coach, that wanted to teach, and wanted to try to pass along information to other people or people younger than me to try to help them, you know, do things better than I had done.
He will let you talk. He wants you to open up. Like the thing with this is you have to be very open. You can't really keep stuff to yourself. Like he's there for you. I think he's like made the team more open, and like honestly, like I think our teamwork and stuff like that has been better than it ever has been.
Mike, I got practice now, so I got to go back to the team. But it was great talking to you. It was good seeing you.
Being a Houston Outlaw requires Raucus to practice for 8 to 10 hours per day. And nothing is better than HEB's delicious meal simples. He eats them every day, and when he runs low, he just goes to his My HEB app, places his order, and heads to HEB. He texts HEB when he arrives, grabs his HEB order, and heads home.
Hey, I got food! I'm back, guys.
HEB Curbside, making it easy for Raucus to be a Houston Outlaw.
What else is new?
Nothing really.
I kind of like your facial hair, by the way.
Oh really? I shaved. So it's like
I know, I see that. Can you guys go get haircuts yet? Are those opening out there?
Probably, but I'm just gonna chill for a bit.
Really? You're gonna grow it out?
I mean, honestly, why not?
I cleaned the attic yesterday.
Did you?
I found some really cute pictures of you when you were a baby, like stuff that I haven't seen in years. It's right here.
Oh wow.
You were so cute.
It's funny.
I forgot about that picture, and I found it in a frame in the attic. Where's Dante? Where is he? Where's Dante?
Chip.
He's like, I don't know where to look. He doesn't understand the phone. Unless you say grape or cherry.
Remember I'd always give him bananas? He would never get them.
Yeah.
He'd just like put them under the couch.
Put them under my bed or on my floor in my room, and I would step on them.
Yeah.
People have been doing fireworks. I don't know why, and it's freaking him out. He's shedding so much.
Yeah, dogs shed a lot. It's crazy.
Now that you live with one again.
Yeah, dude. Raucus's dog. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
What else is new?
We have the Dallas Fuel thing.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Okay, I'll take my lunch. You're in a rock, just like you always do.
Thank you.
Hungry?
What? Wait, please?
Ah!
I think I just bit his hand. So bad at ping pong. He owes me $200. He owes me $200 because he's like, I bet you $100 to the winner, and then he's like, all right. He's like, all right, double down after he loses.
Double or nothing, idiot.
And we double down.
This one's called double or nothing, not double down.
Wait, you trying to play another money match?
I do $500 right now on the camera.
We're do it. Yo, let's do it. Get the ping pong table in here.
Let's set up.
Hey, Hydration. How you doing, man?
I'm not gonna pay you.
You actually have interest. You have 0.25 interest.
I'm not gonna pay you.
It's not even that bad.
You say interest one more time, and it'll be another 2 months. Or am I kidding?
And then I'm adding more interest.
That's fine, then you'll give me money.
This is the shot. They've got one shot at this right now. What am I watching? Get out! Come on! Somebody stop this guy! Can anybody stop them? The answer is no! I need you to get up. Get up. What is this? Oh my, what? I'm telling you, baby! Now we have a game!
Today I will cook corn cob and 2 different main dish. One thing is pulled pork and another thing is pork belly. And make dry, no moisture. I'm not good cook actually.
I like cook. I never run, but watch cooking YouTube.
I put in oven and 30 minutes, put in 30 minutes and done. When I start pro gamer, my first team, TU, so we have a team house, so tiny, but we don't have chef, so we always cook ourselves. So I always cook food every night, every day. I will make corn cups first. Clean corns and get rid of any greens and put in pot with our water, yeah. And yeah, boiling 7 minutes in oven. And wait 30 minutes, but I always check condition. Like that, like this, yeah. Oh.
I like Korean traditional food. Yeah, I like make Korean traditional food. Kimchi stew, we like Korean kimchi jjigae, and 닭도리탕. It is Korean chicken stew.
So this poke belly, I'm making from Golden Ramji's recipe. Yeah, I can flavor good. Salt in fat. It makes crispy. I sear fat. Is right. Here, people just use hand pull, but I don't, because it's so hot. Okay, pulled pork done.
취하지 않을까? 보면서 먹으면?
You guys know Dragon Ball Z? Dragon Ball Z. You know?
Yeah, I know.
I go Super Saiyan. Ah!
He's the kid. Actually cringe.
Not cringe at all. You're cringe.
Just 2 days before their final duel with Dallas, the Outlaws must tend to some other business. An Overwatch League match against the Vancouver Titans.
The match went really well. It showed, I think, we were able to win really cleanly, even with a lot of mistakes, I think. So myself, Hureg, and Rappel all came from Vancouver. Feels really good, obviously, to beat our old team, but even more because a lot of their players are actually new players, and so the old team that we once were a part of actually doesn't exist anymore. I think our new approach to practice and kind of review and feedback will definitely help in our prep for Dallas. We're playing them in a completely new meta. There's actually going to be no hero pool in the match. That'll be the first time since the beginning of the season where we've played in that kind of situation. And so we're definitely going to have to review a lot going into the match. And I think that our new kind of format will help us feel a lot more confident going in without, too much background in that meta.
Beat is in. Nico drops the shatter. Drop the grab on top. Enough to deal with Crimzo. The Eternal looking to be in full control. Decay gets another, but it's just not enough. The Eternal clear out the fuel, and they sweep him.
Yeah, so today we played against the Paris Eternal. Overall, not super happy with our performance. I think that we just weren't really clicking too well as a team. I think it was just one of those days where we were just off today. An unfortunate performance for us. I don't want to put a ton of stock as far as like where our overall strength is from this match. I think that we really underperformed today. And so, our goal for this upcoming week is shake off what happened today and just kind of focus on the future. We want to make sure that we put our best foot forward and represent Dallas the best we can. Try to bring home the trophy for Dallas. So we've got a lot of things that we're working on and we've got cooked up that we're ready to do in this match. So, keep an eye on us and we're ready to go.
Not having much time to relax after their Overwatch League match against Paris, the Dallas Fuel will have to rebound quickly if they hope to defeat the Outlaws the very next day in the Lone Star Challenge final.
120 Hz refresh rate, quad-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, lag-free 5G, and a battery that won't quit, just like you. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G, the ultimate gaming trophy.
Being a gamer isn't about winning or losing. It's about the experiences, the accomplishments, and the moments you'll never forget.
The Lone Star Vanguard is the premier gaming community of Texas and home of the official Houston Outlaws supporters group since 2018.
Whether you're an esports fan that just wants to stay up to date on local and virtual watch parties,
or you're looking for a safe and friendly gaming community, the LSV is the place for you.
join up now at lsv.gg and let's game together.
Any upcoming match against Houston, we're going to smoke them. I mean, that's just what's going to happen, Harsha. I'm looking at you.
Even though I was born and raised in Dallas, it was very clear which Texas team, I had to support.
I love the Dallas Fuel, big fan, and I love the passion these guys bring, and watching them every week is amazing. Burn blue.
We all just want something that's tied to our city to identify with, that's successful, and we want to get behind that as some source of pride or good news in our life. Dallas Fuel gave me a sense of civic pride.
I would say that the rivalry is definitely bigger than any individuals involved. It's like these two teams will always want to be king.
And they actually declined me and said I wasn't good enough to be on their team, basically. Now I'm on Dallas, now we got a team grudge, and it just coincides with each other. I think that they've always been kind of on the back foot, a little bit sloppy. We'll always be better than them.
I want to literally spice up my banter game. I just want to BM. I'm gonna type in the chat. I'm gonna be very BM to them. I'm gonna make sure they know that we're the better team. We're gonna win all 3 games, 100%.
They have these times where sometimes just out of nowhere they'll take out a great team. But I think for the majority of the time, they're not as good. And I think for sure that we're the better team.
It's definitely our biggest rivalry, if not the biggest rivalry in all of the Overwatch League.
Yeah, I'm always win-win, one win.
Everyone loves a rivalry, right? There's more at stake.
there's more to play for, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, just that other team. It's like, okay, these are the other Texan teams. We got to destroy these guys. Like, we're the better Texan team, sort of thing. So I feel like when we verse them, the competitive nature like rises. Everyone's like, okay, it's these guys. Like, we have to destroy them, sort of thing, rather than some other team.
The first season, Outlaws dominated Fuel pretty hard. Unfortunately, this season,
all they can do is Fuel take the series, Fuel take the map. Beautiful, and they win the Battle of Texas.
I'm looking forward to the Lone Star Showdown because we have a chance to redeem ourselves.
It's like bragging rights. Like, you just want to beat them so badly, and like you want to play so much better than them and just like embarrass them kind of in that sense. So you can have like the bragging rights and be like, haha, I like destroyed you. Stuff like that. It's like, that's like kind of what you play for, so. Even though there's like a rivalry between Fuel, I have like pretty good friendships with like the players on the team. Doesn't mean I don't want to like, you know, like banter with them, like cause spice. I'm like really good friends with their head coach, Arrow. Good friends with like Zachary, Trill, Unco, AKM, like a bunch of their players.
The thing is, I'm actually friends with a lot of them, so it's like, so there's nothing like, there's no bad blood between us. It's kind of just like, okay, you're the other Texan team, we have to destroy you. Like, there's no like malicious stuff, like intent between any of us. Like, we're all good friends behind the scenes and stuff like that, but like, when it comes to gaming, like, we're there to destroy them.
As revealed throughout the Lone Star Challenge, friendships truly increase the stakes within a rivalry. They intensify the hunger for victory, not only for the players who compete fiercely, but for their coaches, who enjoy partaking in a bit of friendly banter as well.
Hey, Harsha.
Hey, loser, what's up?
You guys ready to get clapped tomorrow?
We'll see. We gave you guys map picks on purpose so we can beat you on your own maps, and then it'll feel a little bit worse.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll see about that when you guys are going home.
We'll be playing from home anyways because of COVID, so.
Yeah. How's that going for you guys?
It is what it is. I mean, I think everybody's in, you know, similar circumstances, so it sucks to practice from home, but everybody gets more privacy, more like breathing room, but then for matches, obviously, you want to be in the same place.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, we have like our office, but we can't really use it right now because, you know, we want to make sure everyone's safe. So everyone's playing from home, practicing from home. So it's a lot of challenges, I'd say. Definitely not ideal, but just trying to be as adaptable as possible. And I'm sure you remember, I mean, Team USA, you know, it was totally different from a normal L match. We had to adapt and stuff, but it was pretty good. I mean, we did pretty well in Team USA. I had a blast.
Yeah, me too. That was fun. I guess the cool part of that was like when we boot camped, we were all in the same like location. We got to like live together, and then we got to go work at the office together. And then now it's like super different in OWL, but like the same thing applies. You still have to like adapt fast, and still have to have like you still have to like be sharp for every match. So it's kind of like interesting how it works out.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty unique. I mean, I think with Team USA, because it wasn't Overwatch League season, it would just, everyone had a different mindset about how to go about it. So it's been pretty unique going back and forth between the two. But the thing I'm looking forward to most, though, is that the past 2 times we've faced Harsha, Dallas has come out on top. Okay, and I just want to let you know that it's gonna happen again, even though Houston has in total the better record for the matchup in how many times Houston and Dallas have faced each other. Look, we've got advantage here. We're on the hot streak. I don't think we can be stopped here.
I will say that the last challenge was actually the one where we won, and I think we're going to carry that same kind of momentum into the next match. So, you know, you can have your victory, your 3 maps. We'll win on your own maps, and we'll make it look easy.
Okay, yeah. Make it look easy. I'd like to see you try, Harsha. Okay. It'll be fun. I'm excited for the matchup. Our guys are ready to go. We've been looking forward to this. We've been working super hard, you know, over these past few weeks to make sure we're in top form and, you know, ready to just stomp you guys into the ground. So
I think I could say the same for my boys. So I guess we'll just see you on the map.
All right. See you on the map.
In Ruins, which rush comp do we want to play in Ruins, guys? I think we can play Dive on the other 2, but I think Dive will be hard on Ruins. What do you guys think?
Marco.
What Rhine comp do you want to play in Ruins?
Ruins? I think Sig is good.
Rhine Sig Widow?
Yeah.
Widow May?
I don't think we need May if we play Sig and Widow. I think we can play maybe Echo. Yeah, if our Rhine has to push through to break a choke, the Sigma can't help him. Because
I'm saying that
shields don't help us. We're getting mate walled. The Sigma's not going to help.
I'm saying that you can like double shield out through the choke and then chill and then like try.
They're just going to mate wall and like run at you, right?
What I'm saying is that you like the same concept as like Orisa, like double shielding out the Orisa.
But we use the Orisa as bait because she can fortify and live.
Yeah.
I don't think the Sigma can.
Lucio Bap and then like Widow Torb, and then we just have like part of our team can rush and then like Sigma Torb can take like off angle after when we're holding, and then it feels like it can be okay into anything, but we can just make swaps if we want to. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all getting set up for the final gathering of the Lone Star Challenge between us and Houston. We're just getting lobby up now. Players getting ready. We're about to bring the business over to Houston.
Alright, gamers, are we ready?
Hello?
Let's get it.
Roll call. Let's go, boys.
Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
give it to him.
Gonna give it to him. How are you feeling?
I feel like
Crimso's struggling with allergies really bad right now.
So yeah, during the game I had really bad like allergy issues. Like throughout the entire day I was, eyes watering, nose running. It was really awful. But yeah, that's kind of what I had to deal with.
You take your meds, Crimso?
I did, but it don't work.
Don't work. Get a new nose.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
Thing to note here, they have got links that are in, so be ready for a Widow on Ruins. Make sure we're looking for that and ready to answer it. Yeah, don't be afraid to adapt to whatever they're running.
All right, everyone ready? If we're ready?
Yeah.
All right, we mute. Good luck, boys.
Being a Houston Outlaw requires Raucus to practice for 8 to 10 hours per day. And nothing is better than HEB's delicious meal simples. He eats them every day, and when he runs low, he just goes to his My HEB app, places his order, and heads to HEB. He texts HEB when he arrives, grabs his HEB order, and heads home.
Hey, I got food! I'm back, guys.
HEB Curbside, making it easy for Raucus to be a Houston Outlaw.
Having won 3 advantages in the Week 1 and Week 2 skills challenges, it is Dallas who have earned the right to select the first 3 maps of this Best of 7 championship series, while Houston will only have the opportunity to select 1 map.
So the first phase has been occurring over the last couple of weeks, and that's a series of small team challenges in 1v1s and 3v3. That was deciding our map picks when it comes to phase 2. Hydration looks for a shatter, catches Gamsu, charges good, but Gamsu still gets a primal rage, and the Outlaws never got to touch the points.
Matt got moved off the map, I know, that's so significant here.
Huge amount of health that's gone over the edge now, and the sound barrier does at least help most of the fuel to get in position on the point. The Outlaws managed to get themselves in a commanding position early, but it's not enough, and Ilios goes for the Dallas Fuel.
With a dominant victory on their first map selection, the Fuel hope for more of the same as they enter Game 2 on their next pre-selected map.
Perfect placement, catches Decay, punishes him sitting back in the corner, and now it's just Note sitting on the card. They're so close to finishing the Outlaws, and with a very healthy time bank too. They still seem confident, and Jackson now gets himself the nano boost from Rappel. That'll be the hold here for the Houston Outlaws.
Nullifying the advantage Dallas had earned, the Houston Outlaws bounce back and grab Game 2 for themselves, as they intend to create a trend in Game 3.
And Jackson's going to go for a Transcendence there just to keep Raucus alive. I respect that. The Bob was definitely quite a threat. And now with 2 ticks are looking for a third one. Jake, you said the attackers had to be perfect. Well, they've had the perfect start to this fight. They've lost Jexa, but Gamsu's now gone down. Doha needs to contend with the Immortality field over on the point and is able to remove that eventually, but he's not able to touch. And the Outlaws, rather simply, Jake, snap point B.
In this situation, Outlaws have every ultimate they could possibly want. Ruckus almost with his own nano as well.
Ruckus might be caught though before he has a chance to get much done here. Great rally from Texan now, just as all the scrutiny was being turned on the Outlaws on that high ground, and Dallas say no. Doha stay scarce, and now here is the coalescence. There'll be enough time for the Decay to come on in here, but Dante will be able to rejoin the fight after getting picked off early. It may not matter though, because Jex is down, and he had sound barrier, Jake. He's lost that as well, and another EMP from Doha onto Muma and Meko, enabling them to eat Raucus alive, and Muma didn't have a chance to use his shatter either. It's a disastrous situation for Houston, who had all the tools they needed. No, either way, Dallas will take their second map in this series.
After regaining the edge in the series, the Fuel would certainly enjoy spoiling Houston's only map selection with a win in Game 4.
Is going to have to be there with the stun to prevent the Winston from doing work, but the Coalescence is getting value. Crimzo finds 3. Damage and healing, plenty of both there for the Dallas Fuel, and it complements their dive oh so well. Advisable anyway. Close is going to have a sound barrier as well, but Decay gets a double pulse bomb. It's beautiful. By the Coalescence, but Lynx is back, or at least he was. He sent the Bob in there, and now the Wrecking Ball joins in. Muma and Bob name a better duo. Note is desuited, and Crimzo has to throw himself at the cart just to keep this going, and he can't make it. From the grave, Lynxa gets multiple kills with that Bob and secures a map win for the Houston Outlaws now.
Capitalizing on their only advantage, the Outlaws knot the series at 2 games
It won't be a
apiece.
decided map, but it will put a team on match point. That one is going to be coming up very, very soon. All maps, so there will be opportunities for that to happen, but Decay, oh no, he just got sticky bombed, and he just saw him drop like a fly. An awful start here for the Fuel. They've lost both their damage dealers, and the Outlaws are definitely going to be starting in control at this point. It's an easy pick off of the tactical visor now, and of course the Outlaws have no shielding, just a defense matrix is not enough to protect them from the onslaught of Soldier 76. The legs have it apparently, and the Dallas Fuel now will take this second round of 08. Drake's shield is a little bit lower now. He wants to barrel forward with the rest of his team. Jaxa gives the signal. Forward they go. Big hit on Gumsy. The Fire Strike to set it up, and it's an easy cleanup now.
The clock's just ticking here for the Outlaws, and Blaze's huge death blossom barely kept alive by the Coalescence as well. Outlaws want to close this map out here and now.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to be the drips and drabs coming in now. Kinetic Grasp used by Meko. A lot of extra healing for him there as he 8 decays Pulse Bomb. Nuts! And another 100-0 round looks to be on the cards for the Outlaws as they set themselves up a match point, and they go ahead 3-2 in this series.
Heading into Game 6, the Fuel are hoping to go the entire distance by forcing the series to a 7th and final game, while the Outlaws are looking to clinch the championship here and now.
Have been locked in these kind of duels over the years, of course, over previous showdowns and also in the Overwatch League. So it's great that we get to see this rivalry revived once more and with such a close result. Both teams are at their best right now, and that's exactly where we want to see them tested. Dallas Fuel shields don't last nearly as long as Houston's. See if it works though.
It's a big nade onto Raucus though, but the kills are still coming in for the Outlaws. They're doing a great job with their shields, protecting those low HP supports. Oh, Mitch, this is really bad too. This is a map where you lose this particular fight pushing the cart, and the enemy is almost always going to spawn camp you.
Amplification matrix used by the Fuel here to try and get through, but it's no good. Decay's gone down. That Soldier 76 pick hasn't panned out at all. Repels around to hide around the corner, and Gumsu gets a Discord Orb for his trouble. The Houston Outlaws now in overtime get to throw down the Gravitic Flux, and they will hold aloft the Fuel players remaining as their trophy to add to the cabinet. And they are the victors here of the Lone Star Challenge. The Kings of Texas come from Houston.
With their 4th win of the day, the Outlaws secure the championship.
It definitely feels really good to be the Lone Star Challenge champion. It's nice to be able to, establish ourselves as the best team in Texas again.
Historically, I have a very good win rate versus Dallas. I think it's 5-1 total. I'm not surprised at all. Our team's better. I think last time they got lucky, and I think if we played them again, we would dominate them. And I'm looking forward to potentially playing them in playoffs, so we'll see.
Well, the match went as expected, we came out on top, we won. Yeah, just feeling good. I definitely feel the rivalry, it's pretty competitive, it's fun. I've never really had that rivalry, in Boston against New York, so
think the rivalry that we have between Houston and Dallas is very intense. You know, it's been very back and forth throughout the seasons. Most recently, they've been the one that have been dominating us more, but I think now we're kind of on the comeback. You know, I think it's our turn to start dominating them again.
So Dallas, Arrow, it was a really good try. You guys managed to win 2 maps. We won't be as generous next time, and we'll definitely be putting a lot more prep into our future matches. So maybe you guys will feel like you have a chance, but you don't. It was a good game.
GG's, guys.
All right, guys. GG's. Nice try. We'll come back stronger next time. Don't sweat it. Overall, I think a little disappointed. Definitely wanted a better result than that.
The match was pretty fun, but I'm still sad that we lost.
Not the result we wanted. Pretty disappointed, to be honest. I don't think we played as well as we could have. I think overall we could have beaten them, we should have beaten them. Houston just played better today, and it is what it is.
Eventually they took the match, but I still think it was pretty close, pretty good match.
Overall, I think our rivalry is still kind of in the same spot, in my opinion. Even though we did lose, the battle for Texas, going forward, if we ever meet them in the Overwatch League, I think we will still be coming out on top like we usually do. I mean, overall, I don't think anything's personally changed, in my opinion. I think we are still a better team. I truly believe that.
Well, Houston, you got lucky this time. You got lucky. That's all. We were just unlucky. GG.
Next time, I'm going to stomp them.
All right, Harsha. You got us this time, but next time, it's ours.
I honestly don't think that we could have asked for a better event overall. From the moment it started with the first 1v1 challenge up until the finish here, these teams have been so close in their skill level. I mean, even when you look at the final score of 4-2, it was still such a close match between Houston and Dallas. The fact that both of these teams were willing to switch up their compositions on the fly, that they were willing to play everything from a straight dive to the double shield meta, it showed how comfortable these players in these teams are with themselves, with their teams, and it was honestly some of the best Overwatch that I've seen in quite a while.
The rivalry between the Dallas Fuel and the Houston Outlaws has certainly grown in intensity over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm pulling up, dude.
They're right again, we countered them. Wait, you have to be careful for Soldier.
He's right side, come.
Bastion.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, in this matchup, that certainly holds true for the thrill of victory.
GG!
We win!
And the agony of defeat.
GG's, guys.
In time, the Dallas Fuel will certainly think about this inaugural Lone Star Challenge differently. But at the moment, it's hard to get past the sting of the loss. Their victories in the skills challenges do not seem to mean much right now, as they were unable to prevail victorious when it mattered most.
I think that they kind of had just better strategies going into it, and they knew kind of how we were going to play, and we were trying to play catch up essentially, I think. And overall, it's just we weren't able to fully catch up to them, and we just weren't able to come out with the win at the end.
The Outlaws, on the other hand, having only earned one map selection prior to the 6v6 championship series, pulled through in the clutch, even with the odds stacked against them.
We felt really comfortable, I think, even though we didn't get too much practice on this new meta, and we ended up coming out on top.
Competing against one another over the course of 1 month has already been a unique opportunity for both teams, who are very likely already itching to face each other yet again, sometime soon.
Houston Outlaws, you might have won this time, but we're going to win the next time. I promise you that. You guys got lucky.
Though the Outlaws have now been crowned the Kings of Texas, and the trophy will be residing in Houston, soon enough, the Dallas Fuel will have their shot at redemption.
The Lone Star Challenge is going to be the annual event to look forward. There's so much on the line with the trophy, the bragging rights, and all of Texas having their eyes on these two teams.
It's only a matter of time before these two teams meet again for another epic battle for Texas showdown in order to write the next chapter of the Lone Star Challenge. Thank you for tuning in to the 2020 Lone Star Challenge presented by Samsung. If you missed the first 2 episodes of this docuseries, the skills competitions from weeks 1 and 2, or the final match, head to your favorite team's YouTube channel at youtube.com/outlaws or youtube.com/Dallas Fuel, and be sure to keep up with the Overwatch League action as well. Both teams would like to extend a big shout out to those that helped make this show possible: Samsung, HEB, Favor, Jacklinks, and Zenny Gaming. And our production partners at Banner TV, Heat Index, Esports Engine, and Snip Studios. I'm Jake Lyon, signing off. Thank you for joining us and for being part of the Dallas Fuel and Houston Outlaws Overwatch communities. We look forward to seeing you next year when the battle resumes.
120 Hz refresh rate, quad-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, lag-free 5G, and a battery that won't quit, just like you. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G, the ultimate gaming trophy.
This is the shot. They've got one shot at this right now.
What am I watching? Get out! Come on! Somebody stop this guy! Can anybody stop them? The answer is no! I need you to get up. Get up. What is this? Oh my, what? I'm telling you, baby! Now we have a game!